The old man sat in his armchair, a place of comfort and reflection. The fire crackled softly, casting a warm glow around the room. The sun warmed his face, filling him with a sense of peace and nostalgia. It was a perfect day to revisit the past. In his lap lay a photo album, its cover worn with age and filled with memories of a life well lived. It was no ordinary album. This album was magic. He opened the cover and the old man smiled, feeling the familiar rush of excitement. He was ready for a journey, not just through pages, but through time itself, reliving moments that shaped his life, a journey through his life, a journey through time. Each photograph was a portal to a different era, a different chapter of his story. The old man turned the first page, his hands trembling slightly with anticipation. He saw a picture of a little boy, a snapshot of innocence and joy. The boy was running through a field of sunflowers, the golden blooms towering above him, swaying gently in the breeze. The old man remembered the day vividly. It was his birthday. He was 5 years old, and the world was a place of endless wonder and possibility. He turned the page, the sound of the paper rustling softly in the quiet room. Each photograph held a story, a memory frozen in time. There he was, a little older now, his innocent eyes filled with wonder and curiosity. The world was a vast playground, and he was eager to explore every corner of it. He was fishing with his dad, a serene moment by the lake. The water was calm, reflecting the sky like a mirror. They shared a bond that words couldn't capture. They were by a lake. The sun was setting, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. It was a perfect end to a perfect day. He remembered catching his first fish that day, the thrill of the catch, the pride in his father's eyes, and the joy of accomplishment. It was a moment he would never forget. He turned the page again, each image bringing back a flood of memories. The past felt so close, almost tangible. He saw his school photo, rows of children all dressed in their best, smiling for the camera. It was a simpler time, filled with dreams and endless possibilities. He was with his friends playing in the schoolyard. They were inseparable, sharing secrets and adventures. Those were the days of carefree laughter and boundless energy. They were all making silly faces, capturing the essence of childhood, the joy, the mischief, the innocence. It was a time when the world was full of magic. He remembered how much he loved to laugh with his friends. Another picture. Now he was older, standing on the brink of adulthood, yet still holding on to the memories of his youth. He was at his high school graduation, the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. The future was bright, and he was ready to take on the world. He was standing with his parents, their faces beaming with pride. They had supported him every step of the way, and this moment was as much theirs as it was his. They were so proud of him. Their eyes sparkled with joy and their hearts swelled with love. It was a day of celebration, a milestone in his journey. He remembered how happy he was that day, the sense of achievement, the excitement of new beginnings, and the warmth of family. It was a moment that would stay with him forever. He turned the page, his fingers tracing the edges of the worn photographs. Each image held a story, a memory, a piece of his heart. A beautiful woman smiled back at him from the photo, her eyes twinkling with the same mischief and warmth that had captivated him all those years ago. It was the day they met, a moment frozen in time. He could still recall the nervous excitement that had coursed through him. He was at a dance, the room filled with the sound of laughter and music. The air was electric with possibility. She was wearing a red dress, the color vibrant even in his memory. It was as if she had stepped out of a dream. He remembered how his heart skipped a beat when he saw her, the world around him fading away as she became the center of his universe. The next photo made him laugh, a deep, hearty sound that echoed through the room. It was a moment of pure joy captured forever. It was their wedding day, a day filled with promises and dreams. They had been so young, so full of hope. They were both so young, standing on the threshold of a new life together. The future had seemed boundless. He remembered how nervous he was to say, "I do," his hands trembling slightly as he held hers. But in that moment, he knew it was right. But he knew she was the one, the person he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. Her smile had reassured him, filled him with a sense of peace. He turned the page again, his heart swelling with love and nostalgia. There were children now, their faces bright with innocence and joy. 2 boys and a girl, each one a precious gift. He could see their personalities shining through even in those early photos. They were playing in the park, their laughter ringing out like music. Those were the days of endless energy and boundless imagination. He remembered how much he loved being a father, the joy and pride he felt watching his children grow. Those were truly the days of love and laughter. He kept turning the pages. The photos showed his life unfolding. He saw his children grow up. He saw his family grow old. He saw the passage of time. He saw pictures of holidays and birthdays. He saw pictures of good times and bad. He saw pictures of life. Each photo held a memory. Each memory held a feeling. He closed the album. He smiled. He had lived a good life. He had loved and been loved. He had made a difference. He had no regrets. The old man looked at the photo album. He realized something. Memories are precious. They are all we have in the end. He knew the magic of the album. It wasn't just about the pictures. It was about the stories they told. It was about the memories they held. And those memories would stay with him, always.